Hello, right, so I'm looking at the painting by Joan Miro, and it's called Woman and Bird, or Women and Bird. Is it woman or women? Women and Bird in the Moonlight. 1949, Joan Miro. So, looking at this painting, you think, well, can you see any birds? It kind of looks like a bird here. It could be a bird here. Obviously, you've got your moon and your stars. Not sure where the woman is. Is this the woman, or is this two women? Another little creature down here. Is that a child? Could be a young girl or something. Who knows what it is? So who knows what he intended at the time? Maybe he didn't intend it. Perhaps he just did an automatic drawing and it just happened to look like that. So often Miro did abstract paintings which were also influenced by surrealism. So this definitely has a surrealist feel about it, and also quite abstract, being quite sort of difficult to understand. So often paintings, they're not necessarily there to be pretty, they're sort of there to sort of make you think, or maybe puzzle you, or maybe make you feel a bit uneasy perhaps. Especially some of the surrealist paintings, they often make you feel a bit uneasy because you have like a fish jumping out of a tiger's mouth, or a melting clock, or something like that. So basically I'm gonna do my own interpretation of this painting, and I'm gonna call it what am I gonna call it? I don't know whether to name it first or whether just to do something. I'm going to call it woman shielding, I'm going to call it. So it's kind of relating to our current lockdown number 2. And I'm just going to go with the flow and just see what happens. I'm using this page of my book. It's got a bit of a mark on it, but from something on the other side, but I won't worry about that. I'm also going to use some coloured paper. Often Miro did use collage and different media. It almost looks like he's used charcoal there, or maybe it's like a water-based paint, and he's rubbed some of it out and then painted over the top. But we're just going to go with the flow, and I'll just see what happens. I might sort of use his colours and his style just to influence me. So anyway, I just thought I'd just draw a couple of random head shapes. So that's just to start me off. Shall I have another one or not? So I think the trick is with this style of painting, just don't overthink it too much. Alright, you might not be happy with it when it finishes, but then does that matter? Quite like that negative space there, so I won't actually use that. I might just chop that bit off, and I might use that. So maybe I'll use the orange and pink. Those colours I wouldn't normally put together, but they look quite punchy. So as I said in my other video, you know, sometimes you can put something together you wouldn't normally think of, and it actually looks quite okay, or quite good. I don't particularly like that, it looks disgusting, but I quite like the effect that it gives. So I'm going to go with it. Okay, so I think I've finished that. It's not my favourite piece of art I've ever done in the world, but it's quite good to play with. So I kind of based it on the theme of lockdown and shielding. So instead of Woman and Bird in the Moonlight, I've called it Women Shielding with Children. So I've got a lady with quite a large dress on and 2 children hiding under her skirt, and she's kind of caged in like a bird cage. So she obviously can't go anywhere or go out. There's a few trees outside. There's like a virus, that's like a COVID virus thing flying around the air. Bit of sunshine, bit of moonlight and stars. That's like an owl, so the owl is still free, flying around, landing on top of the cage. And yeah, so that was just a little experimental Miro inspired type of painting. I expect it's more pictorial than perhaps Miro's version, because it's quite hard to do abstract, really. So sometimes when you start off doing something abstract, you end up doing something quite meaningful. So it depends on how you start, whether you want to start with a theme or whether you just want to mess about and do like a freehand automatic drawing and then look at it and see what you can get from that. So it's up to you how you want to progress it. So this is a very simple, naive kind of image, but kind of inspired by the Woman and Bird in the Moonlight. So see how you get on. Don't worry about it being perfect. Don't worry about it being a bit experimental. It's just kind of a little bit of a play session just to sort of get your creativity flowing. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.